Hey, welcome back to another episode of Odd Man Sports. I'm your host. Guys, can you flip me back around? Can we flip me around? That's better. Where was I? I'm your host, Brandon Perna. I also host a show called That's Good Sports, so please subscribe to both channels. And if you're wondering why I have a monkey tail beard, well, it's partly because I helped raise money for charity, so congrats me. But mostly it's to honor former pitcher Mike Fears, who is man enough to blow the whistle on his former teammates, the Houston Astros, in that cheating scandal. Total snitch. I respect snitches. Gotta have at least one. Now as for this week's episode, I'll be addressing some other things that will haunt your dreams, including swole 50 Cent, wide open Jamar Chase, and my theory that Josh Allen is actually British, based on the way he says the word taunting.
Taunting.
Taunting! Josh Allen. Dinks and Dunks. Well, the Los Angeles Rams, who began the season as 14-1 odds to win the Super Bowl, are your 2022 Super Bowl champs. And here's as good a time as any to remind you to head over to thegameday.com for all of the best odds. And while this year's Super Bowl was not especially well played, it sure felt like we were this close to an all-time ending, because if the Bengals' offensive line gives Joe Burrow a split second more to throw the ball on that 4th and 1, this is what the Bengals quarterback might have seen: a wide open Jamar Chase streaking down the field, basically uncovered for what could have been the game-winning score. Ouch. And while Bengals fans will forever be haunted by what could have been, I'm here to show them exactly what this fantasy would have looked like.
They're going for it on 4th and 1. Straight drop. Going deep, and it's caught. He goes in for the score. Jalen Ramsey fell down. And just like that, they have sealed the deal.
Oh well. On the bright side, think about how many Ohio teens' lives were saved, because a Bengals win would undoubtedly have led to the biggest advertisement for big tobacco since James Dean. That James Dean probably puts a lot of teens at risk too. But no, the other James Dean. There it is. There we go. As for this year's halftime show, the performance received mostly positive reviews. Yeah, that's a change. Upside down 50 Cent enters the halftime meme Hall of Fame alongside The Weeknd, Lady Gaga, and the left-handed shark. And while many commented on 50 Cent's somewhat awkward upside-down appearance, it was still way less awkward than the last time we saw 50 head over heels.
Do you have a boyfriend? This would be great. Like, I deserve you.
50 Cent and Chelsea Handler, Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. At this rate, you're gonna tell me Dr. Dre was plowing Betty White right up until the end. In other football news, the NFL Honors Awards were on Thursday, with Rams offensive lineman Andrew Whitworth being named the NFL's Walter Payton Man of the Year for his significant positive impact on his community.
This award, though, has been about players who are great on the football field, but live with their hearts off of it. I'm humbled, I'm honored to stand up here and represent the outstanding class of 2021 nominees.
It was truly inspiring, and quite an achievement when you consider Whitworth was selected from this group of 32 qualified nominees. Wait, is that Jonathan Allen at the end there? For Man of the Year? That can't be the same Jonathan Allen who just tweeted that the 3 people he'd most want to have dinner with are his granddad, Hitler, and Michael Jackson. And while Allen was universally condemned for his tweet, the guy I feel worst for? Andrew Whitworth. And probably Jonathan Allen's grandpa. Because how great an achievement is it that the guy you beat out wanted to get burgers with Hitler? Money talks. Well, it happened. Again. The dumbest tradition in sports. Fans expecting that James Harden will come through in the playoffs? Well, yes, but today I'm talking about something equally dumb, but much longer lasting. I'm talking about something that has gone on far too long and needs to be addressed. And if I can stop one person from making this life-altering mistake, well, I've done my job. You thought it was cool. It isn't. You thought it was funny. It wasn't. You thought you were smarter than everyone else. You weren't. Which is why you have a Super Bowl tattoo. For a team that did not win the Super Bowl. The Bengals in 2022, the Browns in 2019, the Cowboys in 2017, the Eagles in 2016. All losers just like you. Think before you ink. Everyone always assumed you were a little dull, but now the local news is running a story confirming it. This isn't the year, and you aren't even on the team. Think before you ink. Don't make the mistake of a lifetime. Unless your team has like a 35% chance of getting Aaron Rodgers next year. Odd man out. Well, LeBron, congratulations. You finally have some competition for most awkward photo commemorating a world championship. After the Super Bowl, it was confirmed that Odell Beckham had re-torn his ACL, which, after somewhat restoring his value, probably was not part of the plan heading into free agency. But after the win, Odell showed no signs of disappointment, tweeting in all caps, "This was exactly God's plan." And while Odell's tweet was flooded with haters and naysayers, commenting that God has more important things to worry about than a football game, a reminder that the Lord truly works in mysterious ways. And the path to Odell winning a Super Bowl ring was about as mysterious as it gets. A quick recap of God's plan for OBJ. Step 1, have Odell make maybe the most iconic catch in NFL history, followed by God making Eli Manning suck. God then arranges a rambling 45-minute interview between Odell, Lil Wayne, and Josiah Anderson, which in turn leads to Giants GM Dave Gettleman, who once told Billy Graham that it was God's plan to bring him to the Giants to trade Odell to the Browns. God then tears Odell's ACL, Baker Mayfield's labrum. God gets Stafford and McVay together for drinks in Cabo, which wasn't easy because there was a pandemic at the time. Next, he, or I guess she, then makes YouTube the most popular social media platform in the United States and enlists a Browns YouTuber to make an 11-minute video of Odell not getting the ball. God tells the YouTuber to pick any song except Everybody Hurts by REM, but somehow that message got lost in translation. Mistakes happen. God turns Cooper Kupp into the best receiver in the league, so when Beckham joins the Rams, he'll never see double teams. Smart. Next, he tears Robert Woods' ACL. God gets OBJ an early Super Bowl touchdown before blowing out his knee. Again. God caps it off by engineering a Super Bowl winning drive and gets OBJ a ring. It was the perfect plan all along, and it worked perfectly, which I guess is not surprising considering he's God and all, which leads to the natural follow-up. What is God's plan for next season? And can I make any money off of it? Looking at the odds, I kind of like the Raiders at plus 5,000. Though I wonder if the big guy in the sky would reward a team in the most godless city in America. God, give me a sign if I should lay my kids' college savings on the Raiders at 50-1. Oh, let's ride, baby. All right, that's it for today. And that's it for the 2021-2022 NFL season. Tune in next week as I turn my attention to the NBA and the Olympics and all the other leagues I know way less about. Also, we'll probably talk some football because I got it. Odd Man Sports.
It's in the game.